Sewall says yes to all children. Sewall believes that all kids can learn, and Sewall believes that kids that are typical developing can learn from kids that have developmental delays just as much as kids with developmental delays can learn from their typical peers. I think about my relationship with Sewall when I go back to when my boy was first diagnosed with autism. He was under 2 years old, so this is 12 or 13 years ago. For this, somebody suggested we track down Sewall Child Development Center. I remember taking my first walk through Sewall. I was kind of walking away from the situation thinking, this is the kind of place that will be the best fit for Ben.
I am a parent of 2 children, a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. It is my 4-year-old that had me start to look at inclusive environments. He has special needs. He has a rare neurological disorder. Before we came to Sewall, my son was crawling. He's nonverbal. He could sit up, but sometimes he still would fall. He had a very low tone. He wasn't walking. And one of the days, it was the first time he had ever done this, he walked up the stairs for the first time. Just this very organic moment, the teacher was able to capture it on video. And the expressions, I mean, I'm gonna get choked up just by saying it, but the expressions on these children's faces and the teachers, they are yelling, they are screaming and chanting his name. They're saying, go Evan, go. You can do it. I mean, you know, children that you think are 2 and 3-year-olds that should, most of the time, are only thinking of themselves, are so excited that something their little buddy couldn't do since they knew him is all of a sudden has been able to accomplish, has been able to master. For me, to see that level of excitement in the children and how proud they were that their friend had overcome something really is a perfect example of this place and how special it's not only to our family, but I know to a lot of the families here.
I'm Miriam. I have a 4-year-old son. His name is Max. He has a learning disability. At 3, I was told that he could start attending school and that we would get him some support for speech and OT. It was extremely hard in the beginning, but after a week of meeting his teachers and getting feedback on a daily basis and getting pictures from them, it was like I was leaving him with a family member. I knew he was in the right hands by then. I know that Sewall was meant for my family. I love the way it's set up. I love that kids get exposed to a little bit of everything, you know, and that they're not shielded because of their inability or disability. To me, it was very important to feel that my son was not just a student, you know, he meant more than just, you know, a number on a classroom. So was that.
The ability to work for a place where I can see my values being in practice. I really value the fact that we put all this effort and is to support families and children and all families at Sewall. So all the Panda families, all the Ruben Valdez families, Head Start families. We have a variety of programs, and also I love the scope of service that Sewall has. It's not just inclusive preschools at the Fillmore location, is impacting lives of families throughout Denver. People might not realize that at this school, the kids who have special needs and the kids who don't have quote-unquote special needs are benefiting from all the collaboration that happens in the teams in every classroom. We have teams of specialists that not just teach the children with special needs. They're there in the classroom. They are Miss So-and-so and Miss So-and-so. They don't know the labels of speech pathologist or physical therapist or special educator. They know that that is part of their teaching team, and they just come to their classroom and they have fun with them. And I think my daughter just sees people who come and support her teachers, and that is kind of a reflection of how it doesn't matter what label you have in your classroom with your friends. They don't care about the label, they just care about their friend and being at school with them.
Having had the benefit of reflecting on this after a few years of seeing how both my kids did at Sewall and how they've developed into caring, empathetic kids as young adults, I think I realized that isn't that the way we all learn anyway, from people that are different from us? I mean, you put somebody in a situation where everybody is like them, they're not gonna see a different perspective. I think a place like Sewall builds that foundation.